Hello? Hello? Mic check 1 2. Sorry, I was on Vegas time. Oh. Alright, I'm kind of sick. I think I've got sick on the flight back from Vegas. How sick I am too? Yep. So yeah, I'm sure you know. Christine told you. We went to Las Vegas with Sophia and Tyler for last weekend. From Friday to Tuesday. And yeah, on the flight back on Tuesday, there was a lady like a row away from us who was just coughing the whole time. And I'm one of those people who when I get in my head I'm gonna get sick, I kind of do it to myself. I once met a lady in an office building who told me she had a heart attack. And she was describing how the heart attack felt to her. And as she was describing this, I started thinking I was having a heart attack. You know what I mean? Is there a word for this? Hypochondriac is not the right thing. I'm not constantly worried about getting sick or germs or anything. Is it the power of suggestion? Is it a little, am I Professor X? Am I psychosomatic? Vicarious heart attack? I started feeling woozy. That's pretty common. If someone describes being very sick to you, do you feel sick? Maybe I'm just an empath. Move over, Shane Dawson. I'm the empath now. Placebos must work great on you. You know what? They say mind over matter. My mind is so powerful that I don't need to take any medication. I can just think about getting better. Uma seems pretty sure it's psychosomatic. Let's fact check Uma. Psychosomatic. Good word. $5 word. Of a physical illness or other condition caused or aggravated by mental factors such as internal conflict or stress. Yeah, when I've heard that term, it's more used to... it's the smart way of saying something's just in your head. So I guess that applies, but it's broader than what I'm describing. The movie Lucy wasn't true. Yeah, you keep telling yourself that. But Scarlett Johansson is a real person. And her real name's Lucy. Did you go to the M&M store? I went to the Reese's store. I think it was a Hershey store, but it was mostly a Reese's store. I may have bought a shirt there, and a hat, and underwear, but you're not going to see that. How did Vegas treat you, Ben? I thought we would just talk about that today. I am sick, so I think this will be a low-key short stream, and then Monday I want to be good to go, and I want to play Mario Kart. Because I did manage to find one of these. I did it. I thought it would be hard. I didn't have a pre-order. Wah, wah, wah. But apparently Nintendo said, fuck those scalpers. We're just going to make sure people can actually buy the Nintendo Switch 2. So hopefully I don't have a dead pixel. I know some people say this is just a glorified Switch Pro. My local Costco had a ton. That is where I went. I went to Costco. Hey, look, it's T-Dog. So Monday will be Mario Kart Day. I'm going to try to convince Christine to play Mario Kart 2, but I guess that means I need a second Switch 2. Is that how that works? Should I buy another? Use all my winnings from Vegas? I actually can't find those chips. I remember not cashing out the chips. I remember winning. I had a perfect record gambling. I won. On red. I remember getting the chips. Thinking, we'll have lots of time to cash these in. And then I remember them going into my luggage, and now I don't know where they are. Tyler Williams, we have the chips. Did I leave the chips in the... Did I leave all the chips in the hotel room? Or just some of them? I left some? Okay. A little souvenir. TSA stole your chips. They stole my Doritos, but I think they left the Bellagio chips. I want to go back. Vegas was a fun time. We'll talk about it. The Swingers Club, Tyler, was the best part, right? Am I right or am I right? When I invited the waiter from that fish restaurant to the Swingers Club, and he kind of seemed into it, that was my favorite part. He was like, if this was 20 years ago. Whoa. I just got here? Yeah, well, that's not my problem, Nightbird Flying 92. Alright, I know Christine already did like a big slideshow where it took her like 7 hours to show you all her pictures from Vegas. I'm not gonna do that. Like, how long does it take her for us to even get to Vegas? She's talking about her Snapchats for 21 minutes. We're still on the plane. Unbelievable. I should just replay her stream. I just want to get to the fun parts of her stream. No audio. You're in the club. Okay, I thought this was a terrible idea, but we landed. I'm gonna react to Christine's stream. So we landed at like what, 10, 11 p.m. Vegas time. So we've already been awake a full day. Like, it already feels like 1 a.m. Ottawa time. And I guess Christine and Sophia had decided that was the night we're going out to some club. I was aware of the itinerary. It was very organized and all that. I guess it just didn't occur to me. It didn't occur to me we'd be going out that late. But we rallied. And believe it or not, I had a really good time this night. Maybe the vodka Red Bulls helped. I think we just got a second win. Maybe it was the guy in the dance club who came up to me and started talking about crypto. That really got me going. That was very exciting to me. Kristen Tyler, do you remember this? We're dancing. We're having a good time. I'm dancing. Even I'm dancing. I'm the best dancer out of the four of us, for sure. And this older dude comes up. Older, kind of European-coded dude. Who looks like, he has a good time. He looks like he fucks, I think he approached me first. And he just leans over and says in my ear, "Crypto?" Like, what do I say back to that? I think we picked up on the fact that they were there for some cryptocurrency conference. Because he had a friend with him who then went on to try to convince me investing in crypto was a good idea, that we sort of quickly danced away from. But it was actually pretty funny at first. I think I said to the guy who was like, "Oh, it's never too late, man." And I'm like, "Oh, I kind of feel like most of the people who buy cryptocurrency don't really understand it. They're just hoping to make money off of other people buying it who also don't really understand what it is." And he just kind of looks at me and he goes, "It's never too late." I'm like, whoa, that's not a good pitch. But they were fun. They were having a good time. I think they were having a good time. Christine made a big deal, I remember, out of saying that a lot of people at this club weren't dancing. I was actually impressed with how many people were dancing. Because you'll go to a lot of random bars and clubs in different cities where you walk on the dance floor, and men in particular, young men, kind of dance just by thinking how do I look cool for girls? And they're maybe if barely moving. Their dancing is imperceptible. They're dancing in their heads. It's called being psychosomatic. Tyler, he didn't try to sell you Bitcoin? That's kind of disappointing. There's not many straight up dance clubs anymore. I misread that at first, and I thought you were saying there aren't many straight dance clubs. Oh. Anyway, this was a fun night. I'm glad we went. But it also meant, like, I was pretty wrecked the next day. Not gonna lie. I don't recover the way I used to. I vaguely remember having to carry Christine home a little bit. This is fun. Look, this is fun. Let's go. But yeah, the next day was rough. Tyler, all due respect to your birthday. Day 2 was rough. Day 2 was the worst day ever. This is what's going on. Day 2 we went day clubbing, which is something I'm never doing again. I promise you. Is this not hell on earth? I'm sorry. Look at this. It's human soup. It is just a bunch of drunk degenerates crammed into a pool. I was sort of just lying there on the bed, like being like, what am I doing here? I think I was getting heat stroke. I just left. Sorry, guys. About like an hour into it, I'm just like, I think I need to go inside or I'm going to die. And this is like the worst place to go. It's unreal. The whole, like, oh, that's okay. That's cute. Hello. Who's that? Who's that? You lasted about an hour longer than I thought you would. I think I would have felt bad if I just didn't go, since you did, or you guys did arrange. Thank you. A big round of applause to Tyler and Sophia for doing most of the planning for this Vegas trip. We had been talking about doing this a long time, and Donald Trump almost made us not do it. But I think we thought it would be shitty to not visit our friends for political reasons. You know what I mean? I know we've gotten some flack for this, but I don't know, man. Touch grass, I guess. Dinner was pretty good. My first beef Wellington. Ben's first beef Wellington. It was good. Didn't change my life. If Gordon Ramsay was there, I would have let him know. I think this is the newest Gordon Ramsay restaurant in Vegas, which I think Sophia and Tyler think is the better one. Was that just for beef Wellingtons or in general? It was a good restaurant in general. Although I found a few different places we got crab dishes. Can I just say, crab? Any dish prepared with crab at a fancy restaurant usually just tastes like water. Crab is too delicate a meat. I think maybe I'm just not a crab guy. Like crab cakes, you're just like tasting them like fried balls of whatever sauce you're dipping them in. That's different. In general, I love it. It's a good rest. It was a good birthday. The sticky toffee pudding, chef's kiss. That was great. And the beef Wellington was good. We had this conversation, I think, at the time. There are certain foods that can be really good. Certain foods have a very high basement, but also not the highest ceiling. You know what I mean? Like, I feel this way about pizza. It's really hard to find like truly bad pizza, but I never really find pizza is more than like an 8 out of 10 for me. I kind of get the feeling that a beef Wellington is also that. Like, assuming you execute on it, it's probably always good, sometimes bordering on great, but never fantastic. Have you tried Nobu yet? We didn't go to Nobu in Vegas. I've eaten at a Nobu once in Malibu with Christine and her sister. Have you ever had hot honey pizza? It may be a 9 out of 10. Adding honey to a pizza can be a good move. I don't think it makes it a 9 out of 10. Although a lot of people think the best pizza in Ottawa is a place called Heartbreakers, and their signature pizza is pepperoni, jalapeno, and hot honey. So you may be onto something there. I just think about the bees. What did we do after dinner? Just walk around? I think we were just tired. This day was... I don't think the second night was a super late night. Or wait, no. We went to... got a cocktail. A tree full of shot glasses. Is that when I gambled? When did I gamble? Oh, is this when people were arguing? I know when Christine showed the slot machines, a lot of the reaction was like, is it not just depressing seeing people in slot machines? I think the answer is right, yes. Did we go to Chandelier Bar this night? Yes. I think we swung by Chandelier Bar 2 nights though, because Christine just liked taking photos there. I think we ended the night at the Chandelier Bar, night 2. Just because the lighting was good. It was good for the gram. I don't know. I should have known this coming. I guess we've never been to Vegas before. I wasn't totally aware that like every hotel you walk through just meant walking through a giant casino. I guess I kind of knew that, but I didn't totally understand that. And in some cases, it's like these beautiful new hotels where it looks like they've literally just dropped the most disgusting flashing light slot machines into them. That was especially true of the Fountain Bleu. It's, I think, the newest casino that we saw anyway, which looks like this immaculate place that they probably spent way too much money on. But it's just so jarring to have like this beautiful modern architecture and then like the Tina Turner slot machine that some old person is losing their light savings on. The chat's tripping you out a little bit. Oh yeah, Ben just doubled his net worth. It was kind of embarrassing. You know what happened? I don't think people knew. I handed the dealer $120 and I said, like, I want to put $100 on red. And he lays out the money. He goes, this is $120. And I go, I want to put $120 on red. And it definitely didn't look, it was one of those wheels with triple zero. There were 3 greens. So the odds, there's even worse odds than normal roulette. And it looked like it was going to land green. And I would have been very upset about that. Did you go to Meow Wolf? Yes, Miss C. We went to Meow Wolf on day 3. I think day 3 was our walking day. I think we walked everywhere. Where did we go to the Reese's store? That's what I want to show you. Because that it's break time. Let's go. All right. Christine was filming me like I was a wild animal in the Reese's store for some reason. Like the crocodile hunter. Is that all we got? Anyway, at the Reese's store, I couldn't leave Vegas without getting some stuff that I can't find in Canada. It's a Reese's chocolate lava big cup. What the hell is that? When I bought this, I thought it was full of grape jelly. And I'm reading it for the first time. It just says chocolate lava. And then they also have Reese's peanut butter pie? What the hell is that? What the hell is Reese's peanut butter pie? It just says peanut butter pie flavored. What makes something peanut butter pie flavored? We're gonna find out. Oh, it just smells... It smells like graham crackers. That's what it smells like. It's really crunchy. Did they just put graham crackers in there? It's too sweet. They made it sweeter. They shouldn't have done that. Very crunchy. Score out of 10? Still a peanut butter cup. Maybe a 6? Alright, I want to try the lava cup. So based on the picture, it just looks like there's... I really thought this was grape jelly in here. I guess there's just a layer of molten chocolate. Probably should have had dinner before this. The packaging makes it look like it should be jelly. Also, maybe we were just walking around in the sun too much, but that's a tough look. Bad peel. I guess why would I want that? Why would I want this gooey layer of chocolate at the bottom? I really should have just bought that. That big tub of peanut butter filling they had. All right, America, you can keep these variants of peanut butter cups. I think peanut butter pie might have been better than the molten one. Wait, you can buy the filling separately? Chandra, you can. They had an enormous jar of it. Although, can anyone speak to this? I don't think I believe it's as good as what's in this stuff, you know. All right, bye, Tyler. Big kiss. Good night. The OG Reese's is perfect ratio of chocolate and peanut butter. I think I agree with that. And you know, this is going to sound crazy because the peanut butter filling is the best part, but those thins they have, the dark chocolate thins, very snackable. Very snackable. I think the best Reese's treat of all time, though, no question, 10 out of 10, are the large, fairly large size, flat peanut butter eggs you see around Easter time. No question. filling is just as good on its own. I used to make desserts and sandwiches with it. Damn, that's what I should have gotten. Instead of these, I should have just gotten a jar of Reese's peanut butter filling. I followed recipes before of trying to make it. And the recipes are basically just like, it's a mix of peanut butter and icing sugar, mostly. But that doesn't really get you all the way there. It doesn't get you all the way there. All right, what next? We had lunch at the chef truck. This is in contention as one of the best things we ate all weekend, by the way. The Cubano at the chef truck. I don't think we got a picture of it. You can tell what Christine's interested in. She's taking pictures of protein bars and not the delicious sandwich we ate. Also, Christine has never seen Chef. Is she the only person alive who hasn't seen that movie? Trisha, I ate there and I thought it was meh. I was very hungry at the time. But I also just thought it was delicious and hard to go wrong. You know, the whole melted cheese, the pork shoulder. I haven't seen it, never heard of it. Wait, I thought everyone's seen the movie Chef. Do we have to watch the movie Chef together? Christine is killing it with the outfits. Christine is killing it with the outfits. What a baddie. I'm gonna pretend you're not here and just admire my girlfriend. How about that? Wait till you see this dress. All right, then we went to Omega Mart. Which was, I would highly recommend. We didn't go to a show in Vegas. I guess this is the closest thing to going to a show. And this was, I think, this was a highlight. This is a really cool spot. It was set up by these sort of like weirdo hippie artists from Santa Fe. Made this... The original one was an art installation in a bowling alley, I think. But, I don't know, it's very like pop art inspired, sort of like subversive art commentary on consumerism and capitalism. But it's also just enjoyable on a very like superficial, lighthearted way too. Like there's a lot of subtle details and like a storyline, a narrative underlying the whole exhibit. But you can also just walk around and be like, that looks funny. Gandhi tiger. Don't talk about that tiger. I like the grocery store beginning part. I think Christine just likes the flashing lights. She's a cat. I like the dancing room. Proof that I dance. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Anyway, I think we spent like a good 2 hours here, and it felt like we didn't get the full experience even. Like, I think you could spend like half a day here and really get into it. Omega Mart was my Vegas highlight. Loved it. Let's go, Michelle. Let's go. What were my Vegas highlights? Omega Mart was great. Going out the first night was great. Don't tell Christine, but I had a really good time. Christine wearing the dress on the third day was a highlight. I think those are my 3 highlights. Tyler ordering this drink was a highlight. You didn't go to Caesar's Palace? I think we went to Caesar's Palace. Did we go to... I think we went everywhere. I think the third day is the day we made sure we saw, at least walked through, basically every casino. Look at that. Oh my God. Oh, I need a minute. Oh no. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. Wait, hold on. I gotta get rid of you. I don't need to see your judgment. Give me a second. I was taking pictures of Christine wearing this dress, and a guy came up to me, and he goes, "That's your girl?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he just like fist bumped me. All right, chat, you're allowed back. I had my moment. All right, third night, we had dinner at Vanderpump at Perry. I feel like I can say this now. I thought this was going to be terrible. I don't know much about Vanderpump Rules. I know it's a reality show about like a rich lady who runs a restaurant and the servers all sleep with each other. That's basically the extent of my knowledge. But I was very much under the impression this would be a place to take pictures, and the food would probably be terrible. That was my assumption going in. It was actually a pretty solid dinner. Like it is a place where you go to take pictures and you're there for the vibe. But I guess we were just in the mood for that vibe, and the food was at least decent. Again, this is my whole floor ceiling theory, you know? I'm guessing there aren't many restaurants in casinos in Vegas where you're actually going to find a bad meal. She was a Real Housewife of Beverly Hills. Okay, that rings a bell. So a lady who got famous for being on a reality show used that success to open a series of bars and then made a reality show about the people who work at those bars. And then I think we went to like 3 different cocktail lounges to have a drink. Although ending the night with an espresso martini, probably not the best choice. This picture was funny because Christine goes, "Tyler, get in the picture." And we're like, "The picture of the floor?" We're like, it's on the floor. And he got in the picture. Caesar's Palace kicked me out, so I need to go back. Are you allowed back, Silly Munchkins? Wait, Silly Munchkins. Hold the phone. Forget about us. Why did you get kicked out of Caesar's Palace? Did you bring your silly little munchkins along? Were they being too silly? Silly was being too silly. That must be it. I forgot my ID. Oh, so they never let you in? Wait, do you need to be 21 to be in a casino? No, just to drink, right? Because there's children around. There's like families. I got kicked out of Circus, Erica? Why, for not having ID? There was a girl waiting to get into the nightclub the first night. Christine, am I allowed to tell this story? Yeah. We're in line to get into the club the first night, and there's a group of young people also like in a different line, and the girl has a water bottle, and she looks like she's not having the best time standing. And I already have in my mind like this person's friends should probably like get them to a bathroom, and she takes the water bottle and she just starts slowly throwing up into the water bottle. As if no one, like, she's like 5 people away from the bouncer who will be checking IDs and letting them into the club. And she's just throwing up into a tiny water bottle. And obviously it's not only going in the water bottle. And when the security guys pick up on this and like see her doing this and kicks them out of the line, they all looked shocked that they got caught. So not only are like they all bad friends for not just like come on, like take care of your friend first, but like it was so funny how they thought this was a great plan. Like, what was she gonna get to the front of the line and be gonna like throw up thinking about it? Like, is she gonna get to the front of the line holding a bottle of vomit and like think no one's gonna ask a question about that? Yeah, I'm sure we've all been in, many of us, I'm sure, have had an experience where we had a little bit too much to drink. And, hopefully you're with people who take care of you. Oh, yeah, there's the tiger. Look at that tiger. Look at me doing my strut. Oh, she cut it off. I was so happy with how I was walking there. All right, is that enough Vegas story? Oh no, we had one more day. That was day 3? Last day. What did we do the last day? Last day was spa day, right? A little relaxing day. A little spa, a little pool action. Some art stuff. And then the fish dinner, where we tried to get the guy to come to the swingers club with us. Did you get a pedicure? I actually did get a pedicure. But man, I get really uncomfortable with people like pampering me. Yeah, I can't get used to the idea of someone like cutting my toenails for me. Also, Sophia and Christine seemed to think this was very funny. When they asked me how the pedicure went, I'm like, she spent a long time cutting my toenails. And they're like, that's gross. They're like, why? I guess like maybe I don't do the best job of keeping them like I cut my toenails, but I guess I don't do a good job of like cleaning up the edges, so I often get like the sides sort of growing into the skin a bit. So I think she kind of rescued my feet a little bit. Yeah. Tell Wiki Feet. Somebody tell Wiki Feet. And then, yeah, we had the Branzino the last night. We went to Amalfi. Objectively, the best restaurant we went to on the trip, I think. Oh, yeah, the tea. I aspire to reach Ben's level of not taking a single pic and not posting one story on social media. I only posted... I should just post this picture of me dancing at the swingers club. Look at this guy dance. Come on, show it. Show it. Play. Now watch this. Sign up for the vacation fund on the Bentendo YouTube channel, where once a year I might remember to share exclusive pictures of my vacation. Ugh, I'm not feeling great. It might be time to wrap this up. Anyway, Vegas was fun. I want to go back. There's a bunch of stuff we didn't do. What didn't we do, you say? We didn't go to any shows. There was some talk of going to Cirque du Soleil, but I just don't think everyone was into it. And we had other stuff going on. So a show? Unless you count the clubs, we didn't see like a musical act. So I think that would be kind of cool to do. Although it kind of bums me out that Bruno Mars is just performing there until the end of time just to repay gambling debts or something. So I'd want to see a show and or a musical show. We didn't get to the Sphere. There was nothing really interesting going on in the Sphere other than maybe their sort of Darren Aronofsky tech demo. But I thought it'd be more fun, like if our first time at the Sphere is to actually go see something. So they really should just book good things at the Sphere, because I'd like to see the Sphere. And I don't really like people who are just all cynical about the Sphere. You know what I mean? There's a few people who, like, it seems like their personality is about not liking things like the Sphere. You know who I'm talking about? They have a mustache. Not into it. And we didn't go to the ice bar. We tried to go to the ice bar and the ice bar was closed. So those are at least 4 things. And the 5th thing is I want to go back when hockey is happening. I would like to see a Golden Knights game. Eddie has a valid point though, Melody. Melody, what is the valid point about not enjoying the Sphere? Is it that it's a soulless capitalist representation of excess? That it is a form of advertising? Yeah, but like every arena in the world, the Staples Center, like every building with a big logo on it, like, I don't know. I appreciate people who are sincere about the things they like and not people who are kind of insincere about complaining about things they don't like that they just don't have to subject themselves to. You know what I mean? It's just like sort of it's a pretty crazy like technological achievement. I don't know. It's interesting. Did you eat a hamburger? I didn't have a hamburger in Vegas. Maybe I should have. And then we flew back and then someone on the plane made me sick. Damn that person. Hey, can I ask you a question? Do people still mask on planes where you live? Is that a thing that happens? Also, I considered handing a mask to this person. I think my perspective at this point is like, if you are sick and getting on a plane, I think you should put on a mask, at least. If you're just going through life feeling completely healthy, I understand you not wanting to wear a mask on public transport at this point. It does seem like a lot of people are sick right now. I mask on planes, I'm prone to falling sick. Yeah, but really it's other people that should be masking, right? I really wished masking hadn't become so like polarizing or politicized, and it just sort of became more culturally acceptable to be like, oh, do you have a cough? It would be polite of you to wear a mask if you're going to be around people. That should be like a very reasonable thing. And I feel like just that does not fly in America. Yeah, that is how it is in a lot of Asia, right? It's so nasty waiting in line in airports and people are open mouth coughing and sneezing. Yeah. That too, right? It's the people who you need the most to wear masks are the people who seem the least interested in taking those precautions are the people you most want to take them. It's almost like people are proud of like their freedom to cough. I remember on the plane, I considered like I have a couple extra masks in my carry-on bag, and I wanted to just like hand it to this person or offer it to this person. You know what I mean? And I guess Chris, I don't know. Would that probably just would have been received poorly, and then I'm just the guy trying to force people to wear masks on a plane, but it was really bothering me. Oh. Yeah, I didn't want to get into a fight on the fight. I didn't want to get into a fight on the flight. All right, Monday. Switch 2. How many of you have a Switch 2? And I think Mario Kart is the only game for it right now. So how about Monday? I'll fire up the Switch 2, do a little console tour. I am excited that they're bringing GameCube games to the virtual store for only the Switch 2. But yeah, I'll tell you if it's worth it. Ooh, you have a Nintendo DS? Okay, you can bring that to the party. I think a few of you, though. I'm aware that a few of you got a Switch 2. I just wonder if there's enough of you that I could actually host a game of Mario Kart. I might have to open it up to randoms, you know? Do you have the expansion pass? Yes, Keith. Are you a Try Guy? Is this a Keith moment? Gio and Sarah and Jake got one. Of course they did. That old crew. Those old butt buddies. You could play with Christine with each of them having a controller. If I want Christine to be in another room and her to play with me, does she need her own Switch too? All right, I might have to go Christine. I might have to go get Christine another Switch 2. Someone buy me one and I'll play with you. Okay. I have a Nintendo 64. You know what I was getting into right before? I ran out of streams, but I wanted to do Nintendo Mario 64 speedruns. I wanted to do 16 star in under half an hour. Maybe my test of the virtual console on the Switch 2 will be Mario 64 speedruns, and then checking out whatever they have on GameCube. The greatest Mario Kart game of all time is Mario Kart Double Dash, the GameCube Mario Kart game. I feel strongly about this. Can you not get this Mario Kart on the regular Switch? No, I think you can only play it on the Switch too, unless I'm wrong. In which case, don't listen to me. Boo, you should be sponsored by Reese's. Maybe I am.